Now then, yeah, short video about my e-moto, my Ron. Pretty much just got this thing as a toy a couple of years ago. We were actually driving out to Royal Hills, a few of us, and we were sat there chatting, and we were thinking that could be the perfect middle ground between motocross and mountain bikes. Anyway, bought one off Craig's. They did us a bit of a deal. And yeah, what I feel like Sur-Ron really nailed was like the power to weight. It's not very powerful, but it's not very heavy, and it did kind of bridge that gap. Could chuck it around like I'd always wanted to throw my motocross around, but never really had the ability. And never wanted to do any upgrades, but it's quite a cheap, but not a particularly well built thing. The parts aren't very high quality, and just sort of had to do things as I've gone along. I've bent things, broke things, and upgraded them. And yeah, timing's perfect. And my forks went a couple of weeks ago. I've been riding it rigid on the front, and then my lovely friends at Tech have come along with some little upgrades. So I'm going to show you some riding, and then I'm going to talk you through the bike. Yeah, hope you enjoy. You count for Daddy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Let's go.
Wow! Coming in.
Okay, so just going to do you a little walk around the Ron and show you my setup. This video is based around the launch of these phenomenal Tech forks. As you may or may not know, Tech and Formula are the same brand. Tech is their motorcycle division. As you can see, I've lined up that decal fantastically on this side. And these very levers are the reason myself and Formula became acquainted, because I had that cake on rental last year before, and it came with these brakes. They had a different caliper, but this lever, I'd never felt such a positive lever feel. So I got in touch with them straight away, and then that is where our partnership came from. So the brakes themselves run the Cura mountain bike. Got a floating caliper, this one. Mountain bike calipers with the motorcycle lever, which gives you a nice strong bit of leverage and more than enough bite, as you probably saw in the video, able to stoppie this thing and chuck it around. Absolutely no shortage of power in them brakes. Yeah, and back to the Ron itself. Is that 50 or does that look a little bit more to you? Let me know in the comments. These are Sylvester's handlebars and Sylvester's seat. Basically, when I got this bike, it was a toy. It was just a bit of fun, and I didn't want to upgrade anything. But what I did do was, as things started to show weakness, that's when they got upgraded. So second or third ride out, I bent my pegs down. You can get these braces, but I just put a bit of threaded bar in there to keep them pegs from going in towards each other. My good friend Frankie boy snapped my belt, or maybe it was Shag actually. Might have been Shag. Snapped my belt, so I did the chain conversion here. After quite some time, 300 miles, the controller went. So I bought a second-hand one that lasted about 2 rides, so I put a VTB controller on. Much heavier, actually, much heavier, thicker controller. More tunable. I've got 3 different map settings on this. That's the display you swap out for. Bar and stem went on pretty soon. And that was it. I just ran it like that, and that was lovely. Still on the stock chain, still on the stock tyres. Back one's getting a little bit low these days, not much edge on it. Chain, as you can see, seen better days. I like to keep it nice and dry for extra friction. Just helps eat that battery a bit quicker. With the controller came a throttle. And yeah, here she is. All them little upgrades I've talked you through, chain conversion, controller, bars and stem were out of necessity. Everything was out of necessity. And that was my kind of goal with this bike. Only change things out of necessity. I didn't want to start upgrading unnecessarily. And then my forks, I've got them in my shed, they went rigid. The standard forks, the shocks just started doing better. But the standard forks pretty much went rigid. They were so notchy. So it couldn't have come at a better time. And the standard brakes had actually taken off and swapped for a full mountain bike set because the stock brakes suck. So it was all super timely and basically just worked out lovely. The fork is heavier than the standard fork, but my goodness, does it perform better. They are just so progressive. Push off the top, just lovely bit of kit, and all the machining you can see, they're just so trick. And the brakes are far more powerful, which is actually good because the controller does have a bit more oomph. So yeah, pretty stoked on the setup. This is mostly just gets used walking my dog, but also the gully gets shredded on it too. So yeah, there is the Ron walkaround. Massive shout out to Formula Tech for the hookup, and if you are in the market for a set of forks and brakes for your Ron, can't recommend them strongly enough. And also keep your eyes peeled, because them bad boys are about, a lot higher than they say on the tin.